Damn it, fellas. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the Power Band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my intrepid companions. Head in a jar he go.
Ahoy.
And Slab.
Talking about Slab. What up?
I'm talking about Slab.
Slap.
He can do it. Welcome to the show, folks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're
Everybody's
glad everybody tuned in for this week's show, because we got a super show for you this week. We spent hours and hours preparing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to cover the 2019 David Harbour version of Hellboy, or as we call it now, the Harbour Hellboy.
As we just made
David
up.
Harbour.
You can't see me because we don't do video at the moment, but I'm in full Hellboy garb. I actually spent 16 hours. Yeah.
Getting into makeup. Yeah, he looks great too. David Harbour, Mila Jovovich, Ian McShane, a.k.a. Old Leather Gymbag. Brian Gleason, and I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting.
Mia Jovovich,
Anybody?
dude? Lilu Dallas?
I said that.
Did you?
I said Lilu. Yeah, I said Lilu.
Well, I'm saying it again.
Nice.
And none of us had seen this, I believe. Is that right?
Ian Duffelbag Face McShane.
Oh, yes.
Old Leather Gymbag himself.
We're doubling down.
Yeah.
In this episode, we realize that neither Slab nor Higo listened to Kev when he jabbers about the intro.
That's right.
We both repeated a name that you had already said. I love it.
Anyway, let's get into some high level. I'm going to go ahead and start.
Yeah, I really just wanted to throw in the leather gym bag thing.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fair.
Absolutely.
Keep it going. Keep it alive.
Which I didn't even get right. So, you know.
That's all right.
That's fine. I, for one, was not listening.
So this movie came up as a I don't know, whatever, just in the way we sort of ramble about things. This movie came up last week, and we decided that we would take a crack at it. I remember when it was being advertised and when it came out, and everybody, like, there was just a ton of vitriol for this movie, and I couldn't understand why at the time, but like for whatever reason, whatever was going on, I didn't have the mental energy to explore it or watch the movie or any of that. So I was definitely curious to do this, as I think Chad and Ben were as well. And I don't really get it. Like, the first thing I thought of when I got halfway through the movie was like, I hate everybody. Like, all these freaking dorks on the internet, like, I hate them.
Oh, really?
Just like, there's nothing wrong with this movie. Like, in fact, it's fantastic. Like, I was like, this is freaking stupid, dude. So I love this movie. I thought it was great. I thought Harbour was great. I thought everything was great. I'll leave it there.
Okay. I'm just going to sneak in here and just be like, this made me hate my life. And
my God,
don't ever want to
you
see a comic book movie
suck.
again. And I hate comic books. And I want to burn my comic books. And I want to only watch artsy shit while smoking cigarettes with a striped shirt on after this.
Oh my God.
I hate science fiction. I hate fantasy. I don't know. Like, I just really wasn't in the mood.
A striped shirt, what, like a Frenchman?
Like a French, like a beret. Yeah.
like you just got off of a bicycle with a
Yes.
baguette in your arm.
Yeah. Or a Vespa. Yeah. 100%.
So you hated the movie?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think I wasn't in the right headspace.
Baguettes.
I was eating baguettes. I like Hellboy to a degree. I liked the Hellboy stuff, the Del Toro stuff from back in the day. Like, I think it was kind of like somewhat fresh at the time from memory. It's been a long time. I dabbled a little bit with the comics, like a little bit here and there, not a ton. Kind of like Dread. I've read a bit of it, but not a lot of it. So like the comics are very fantastical and horror-esque and whatnot.
Cool.
So like it's fine. I kind of just was in a headspace where I didn't really care. I was just kind of like, I don't fucking care about this. And I think that's probably more on me than on the movie. So like, I'm obviously just being a curmudgeon and stuff because I love that you're like, fuck everybody that didn't like this movie. Like, that's so perfect. I just might have just not been in the right headspace. I just didn't care. And I wasn't in the mood for like hardcore digi body horror. Like, I just didn't give a shit. So I'd rather sandwich here and you both be like, yeah, it was good. Hopefully Benny's not on my motorcycle.
I'm dying to hear what Ben's got. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah. So this was my first viewing of this. I went in with a perfectly open mind. I had not read the reviews like yourself.
Same. Yeah,
Kev.
I didn't either.
And I came to the conclusion that I did not enjoy it.
Oh boy.
Even a little bit. Really, I thought the cast was great. They obviously had a budget, and I thought they missed. Like, I just did not connect. I did not care. I did not fucking care about any of the characters. I didn't care about what was going on. I didn't. I was just wading through this thing that was going on the screen, and Snaps was in the same boat as me. We're just like, I just want this to be good, and I don't think it's good. So
okay, so maybe there may be some mind changing one way or the other by the end of this episode.
I want you to. I feel like I need to be closer to you here. Like, I don't think it makes sense to be so far away. But same. I just didn't connect.
Okay, so in Ben's answer was way better than yours.
Yeah, as usual. I mean, like, fucking jibber jabber. Like, that's fine.
What? No. Like, I want to know. I mean, you kind of said it, but like, you know, anything you want to expound on, Ben, or if you'd rather collect your thoughts, whichever is fine.
Well,
I'd love to know more.
Do you have any specific questions or?
So, like, you think that so for you, rather, the story, the writing was such that you and Chris were both not connecting with any of these characters and not really connecting with the story in any way.
Yeah. It was really mostly about the writing, I think. It was about the story. Like, it failed to make me give a shit about any of the characters.
Right,
you know,
right,
it wasn't that, you know, I wasn't like, oh, David Harbour sucks as Hellboy. You know, I was fine with his portrayal. I just wasn't feeling the thing, you know, like the Hellboy thing. Like, it wasn't, and I'm not like, you know, I like Hellboy. I've read some of the comics. I liked the Del Toro movies with Ron Perlman.
Sure.
But it's not like something that I'm like a huge, you know, it's not that I'm not a fan. It's just that it's not something I have a ton of, experience with, I guess.
Yeah, no, neither. Same as me. I think you and I are almost exactly alike, you know, except that you've read a couple of the comics. Like, my knowledge of Hellboy really comes from those first two Del Toro movies. You know what I mean? And so that's sort of my frame. Like, I knew who he was, but I was just like, I'm not really into demon characters. Like, they just seem kind of dumb to me. Like, from a comic perspective, certainly when I was younger and dumber, you know, now I think I'd probably get into just about anything as long as it was cool. But I'm just trying to feel your space of like the writing and not really caring. And I think like, it's possible that I was so hyped on the cast. Like, I'm such a huge Daniel Day Kim fan, and I love David Harbour and of course Mila Jovovich. Like, I haven't seen a Mila movie in forever. So like, that got me really sky high. I also like that guy, what's his name? Petrie, who was from Cloud Atlas, who was the head of like the Secret Order of the Owls or whatever it was.
Yep.
That guy is great. And I love that whole like ambush thing and like the whole beginning with the giants, like all that stuff was really, really good. But I think the stakes didn't feel high enough, right? Like I'm thinking back, I'm listening to you and I'm thinking back, right? And it's like, you're kind of right. It's the stakes didn't feel quite high enough, which is weird because like all the elements for the stakes to be high were there. And it's weird because like this movie was, I read two things. I read it was co-wrote by Mike Mignola, and then I read that it was written by one guy and then based on the work of Mike Mignola. And then I know Mike Mignola was an executive producer. So I don't know, man. Like I find that strange, especially if he co-wrote it. It's just like, why would it be so flat? You know, and again, I'm just talking the story because like the characters are great.
I don't know if they were trying to bite off too much or too little or what happened there. Like,
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know about like the lore, whether or not like Hellboy is like a descendant of Arthur. You know, I'm presuming if Mignola had something to do with this, then he is. But I didn't know that. But it felt like it felt like something that should have come in a movie further down the line, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, it's like, I don't know, like maybe the stakes were too high in this for like a reboot, you know, but just not telegraphed in a way that made me feel it, you know, like it just,
right.
Like I didn't have a chance enough to connect to fucking Ian McShane to feel any kind of emotion when he got killed, you know, like spoiler alert. It just like none of that shit connected. And then just like, it just felt like, I feel like the Del Toro movies had a score and these were like, let's put some like metal music for the fights, you know, like this thing the shit that kind of sounds like the incidental music from fucking Mythbusters on like steroids, you know, and it just took me out of it so bad. Like it just took me out of it so bad. And then like the you know, the songs that were in it, like I didn't feel like it fit, you know, like it didn't.
I had
it felt like they were trying to make this like we're making a comic book movie here. We gotta zazz it up a little bit, you know, like, and it just was like, ugh, no.
This movie brought to you by Red Bull and GoPro.
No, you didn't have to zazz it up a little bit.
All right,
dude.
This movie's sponsored by Red Bull and GoPro.com.
I mean, there was literally like music in a fight scene. I was like Chris and I have been rewatching Mythbusters. I'm like, this sounds like Mythbusters incidental music, like souped up a little bit, you know, like it's just this like kind of like, you know, sort of like a bluesy thing going on, but with like a industrial sort of aspect to it, but kind of heavy too. And like, just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
featuring a score by stock music from YouTube by some random guy on the internet who got paid $12.
I am not here for the music.
It's like a cowbell.
Actually hated the music.
You know.
You might agree that the Kickstart My Heart little battle scene at the end after like the kind of the whole thing kind of wrapped up, I thought that was pretty neat, you know. Good music choice there, but like
I think I would have liked it more had the other music not been nails on a chalkboard, you know. I feel like I was just so grumptastical on the music. The music of all of the things was really a letdown. There's like
the music to me was so not there. I didn't even notice it.
Oh my god!
And I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a.
Can you please do another little like shuffle through because you're gonna laugh so hard when you hear just.
I will. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it again because it's so. I found it for free on YouTube. But no, but that's not a good thing. Like I mean, literally,
it's like fucking. You look at the credits roll and it's just like Death Cab for Cutie's fucking discography in there, man. Like, okay,
nice.
Oh
I don't know,
God.
like the Del Toro ones had a really great mix of like contemporary music songs, and then like there was an actual score. And I know because I've gotten it stuck in my head numerous times. But yeah, this one was just super forgettable to the point where I wasn't even really noticing it, you know. And this is going to be one of those ones where I'm like all rah-rah in the beginning, and then by the end I'm going to freaking hate it, because I think like all the points you just brought up I think are totally valid, and I think you're pretty spot on. I think I still like it, but like I think you're right about two things. Like, we don't get enough time with Leather Gymbag to care enough when he dies. And that storyline and the end of the world storyline combined with the, hey, you're really, Arthur's son and Excalibur's, like all those elements are way too much for a, hey, we're going to reboot the franchise because we can't get Del Toro and everybody else to get their shit together, right? It's too much. I think you're totally right about that. It's too much.
I think then on top of that, I think most of the design decisions were fine. You know, like the character stuff and the Hellboy suit was a little bit prosthetic looking, but I don't give a fuck. Like, then choosing to have the I See Dead People girl prolapse her fucking anus out of her mouth and Gym Bag is like a floating intestine was just like it completely removed an ability to give a shit. You know, like his spirit form is like a fucking giant intestine. It was like, what the fuck? It didn't help me care about the character, you know, like him being like, I love you, son, as a prolapsed anus was not convincing to me. You know,
it was I don't know if that's how it was handled in the comics or not, but yeah, it happens twice, right? That's like how she communes
it happens
as a
numerous
medium
times.
or whatever.
Yeah,
was
right.
that?
No, it happens numerous times. Yeah.
It's kind of gross. Don't stick around. And then it's just like,
yeah, it's just no. But that's yet another creative decision that just made me like. And maybe it works better in a comic, you know, but in real life, it was like, ew.
Well, I mean, when you don't explain it, right, and it's like, and we don't really have, and I mean, like honestly, like it's like, you know, I don't need like again, like we've talked about origin stories ad nauseum, right? Like we don't need one every time we get a comic book movie, but like with this one, it's like I would like to know who this girl is and where she got her abilities from. I mean, they kind of explain it because she got kidnapped. The fairies, like I get, okay, fine, but like, what is it? You know?
Well, and then she starts spirit punching people, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been able to do that for a long time." I'm like, okay,
yeah. I don't know. Like, I think considering how much static they were getting for this, like when they decided to make it, I think they would have been like, that's when you want to come in with like let's just do a regular old Monster of the Week episode, right? And just like, let's just do that's when you need to just do a regular adventure showing off what the character does best, right? So like if it's a Captain America, it's like just show him whipping his shield around and just kicking ass. If it's Hellboy, like just show him going on adventures, like blowing holes and shit with that giant gun and, you know, whatever, with a kitty on his shoulder. Like, you know what I mean? Like just keep it super basic, man. You know, don't be like, oh, Dad, you never told me about this, and like, oh wait, you're gonna die, and oh wait, you're really Excalibur's son. you're the product of Arthur and Excalibur having sex. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't. Yeah. I'm fighting so hard not to hate this movie, dude.
Dude, I want you to change my mind. I don't want us to change your mind.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna end up somewhere in the middle where like I'm still feeling like I like it, but I absolutely, like, almost emphatically agree with Ben that, like, all those story elements are way too much for this, like, quote unquote reboot comeback movie. Like, hands down. So saith I.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't. I think you said saying it. You didn't connect with it. I think, Benny, is exactly how I'm feeling. Like,
yeah,
it's serviceable as a comic book movie, and the writing is serviceable as a comic book. It might not work as a movie. If this was literally a single issue, like one shot comic, graphic novel that you pick up and be like, oh yeah, cool. You know, like
it was the combo of two storylines from what I understand.
Sure. but it just didn't translate. I think I don't know.
Yeah. It wasn't that it didn't offend me, you know. It
No,
wasn't
same, yeah.
You know, like I didn't have like a visceral like fuck you reaction aside from the prolapsed fucking
Yeah,
ghost
Say
gut
it.
effect.
Say it.
But yeah, it wasn't you know, wasn't like active hatred. It was just
no,
meh.
yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't know. I get it when people are
was
protective
truly
of IP they
mid.
love, but I just don't give a shit. Yeah,
Right.
it was truly mid.
Sure.
I am really glad that I literally knew nothing about the grumpiness of people on this because I don't know. Maybe it actually would have been better if I had known because then I would have given it more benefit of the doubt. But
I think that's what I did.
yeah,
Because all I had heard was just people, everything sucked, this movie sucked. But like, and like even David Harbour in one of the Nuggets was like talking about how he was like reading the internet and people were just like, you cannot touch this. Meaning like the first two movies, you know? And he was just like, okay.
they're not even that good. Like they're fine.
I think the second one is almost better than the first one, dude.
I mean, they're
But-
perfectly fine. I just remember not being like I was like, yeah, that was cool. You know, kind of like watching, I mean, no disrespect to like Bruce Lee, but like when I watch a Bruce Lee movie, I'm not expecting fucking like On the Waterfront. It's just like, cool, man, kick some ass. Yeah, you're cool. You know, like the Hellboy movies for me were just like, yeah, that was fun. And this one kind of just missed that mark for some reason. And maybe my tastes have changed. I don't know.
And that's a low bar, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm saying, hey, that was fun is a low bar.
Is a low
like,
bar. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't
There's
know
not much
why.
there.
I'm never really been into super bloody body horror, digi or otherwise. Like it doesn't titillate me. I don't care about it. And I'm just like, I don't need to see that guy's brain. Come on. You know, I don't know.
I mean, I liked that they stuck closer to the Mignola, like, you know, horror elements with more gore because that apparently is the way the comics are. Again, I don't know. My frame of reference is like I don't read the comics, so I'm just going off what I'm like reading off stupid let's make Nuggets not fun and whatnot, right? And like I like that they went with those choices, but again, like now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's like just, you know, too much story for this like comeback. And I think what happened too was that like it started going along and the opening was really dynamic, you know, and kind of like simple. And it's like, okay, there's something bigger going on here, you know, with the vampire wrestler guy, which I loved. Like I loved the whole Lucha Libre thing at the beginning. And then like,
Yeah, I was kind of on board at that point.
Yeah, it's an intro.
yeah, right. And then we get like a little a flashback where we get an appearance from Thomas Hayden Church, and I was like, dude, like that was really
random.
like,
I was kind of
yeah,
into
but
it.
that.
Best part of the whole fucking movie right there.
Yeah, right. And that got me hyped. So like at this point now I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Like, you know, what's going to happen next? And like, so that was it. That's how it won me over, I guess.
And then they didn't even fucking like when he shows up in that stinger at the end, I'm like, oh yeah, what about him? Why the fuck didn't he turn up? Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I would watch a whole fucking movie with him playing the fucking lobster claw or whatever.
The lobster craw.
Totally. The Lobster Claw restaurant.
That was good stuff.
I agree to the point that before we got on, I was looking that character up online to learn more about him. And the
It was
character's
like the
really
old
cool.
school
like,
team from
yeah.
The Watchmen.
He's like the old,
you know, like the scenes where it
yeah,
flashes back to old school Watchmen, you know? Like
yeah,
the old
absolutely,
vibe.
dude. Like he was a 1930s hero and then he died and then his ghost kept fighting crime, right? And he was corporeal, so
I
he could still
fucking
use
love that.
guns.
That's
like,
amazing.
I love it too. I was like, this is so cool,
I wanna
dude.
watch
Like,
that
why did we
movie.
only get like 2 minutes of this guy, you know, and then a little bit at the end, you know? I don't know.
That's the kind of supernatural comic bookiness that I think is good. You know, like we all know the standard Greek demigod style superhero. I want the lobster claw dude who fucking comes back as a crime fighting ghost. Like that's so dumb. I'm so into it.
Right, but then he also burns the lobster claw symbol into his victims' like heads or whatever. Like it makes it even better.
I love
Lobster Johnson.
Right? Lobster Johnson.
Even fucking better.
Right? And then what was the guy's name in the second one, Ben? Professor Broom? Not Broom, but the German guy inside the weird suit. He was awesome, man. Like that was an example of like what you're talking about, Chad, where it's like a not ghostly, but like this entity in gaseous form who can, if he wears the suit, goes inside the suit, then he can like have, sort of humanoid form. Like that was such a cool character, man. Like
very cool.
The lobster guy is like, it's like a really fucking good City of Heroes or D&D character. It's like, dude, that's a good call. But
that's what I was doing right before we got on.
I love that you've made it, but what I'm trying to communicate is that it's an example of when you see someone create a character and you're like, that's fucking good. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. I was like, my first thought was like, this is a cool character. I want to see if I can do some sort of knockoff in City of Heroes. Like, that'll be fun.
Because, like, sometimes, like, I don't know, I'm a fan of the Adventure Zone, the original run of the Adventure Zone in particular. And, like, the characters that these idiots come up with, and, like, loving idiots, obviously, is, I don't know, it's just, like, sometimes it makes all the difference in the world, And, like, the lobster dude is just chef's fucking kiss.
Couldn't agree more.
It's just too good. Too good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Hellboy, back in the day, I think, was similarly creative, like I don't know, like a good demon, stupid cut off horn thing, giant gun, stone fist. Like in the like mid 90s or whatever, you'd be like, yeah, totally, man, this is kind of cool. It's not Captain America, and maybe it's has a little bit less gravity now. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Maybe not. I don't know. The fact that none of these movies can make any money, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer that there's no appetite for weird shit, or maybe it's like weird shit always has been a niche thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like I know Ron Perlman's on the record as, being absolutely bullshit over never being able to do Hellboy 3.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Like he was very, very fucking on board for that. And I don't know what shenanigans happened to not make it happen, but I kept less not being able to get their shit together and more the like fucking Hollywood stooges being like, we don't want to put the money down.
That was exactly what it was. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it said. It said that it was stuck in development hell because of the 150 odd million budget. And then it sat so long that this came along and then they just canceled Del Toro and Perlman.
That's a fucking really dumb choice.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Because we'd have a good trio of Hellboy movies.
Yeah, trilogy.
I think, instead of,
and they wouldn't have had to reboot, so it would have been a continuation instead of the same old. Yeah.
They could have just finished it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Stranger Things should have been finished in 3. The fucking typing it into IMDb tonight to bring up the cast list and shit. There's a 2024 Hellboy with another fucking actor. They made another one. So
I know.
I don't know what
I'm
the
trying
fuck
to figure out what's going on with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like Spider. Like we don't need another fucking reboot of Hellboy for fuck's sake.
The Crooked Man, but like I saw that on YouTube and there was a trailer and people were commenting that they were like, all I can find is this trailer. Like, where's the movie? And apparently it never got made.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Something's weird is going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Then there's another one in 2026. Like, what is this?
But I mean, this movie made $0.
Oh, this is animated.
So animated could do well, like a Netflixy animated or whatever. Like,
sure,
it's good IP. Like, I really have a little bit of a soft spot for the comics.
Sure,
could even get Ron Perlman to do the voice.
Do the voice.
Absolutely, yeah. That one's animated. Hellboy Devastation, but this Crooked Man one is Jack Kessie. I don't even know who that is.
I mean, Perlman's like, it said this film was released 10 years after Hellboy 2 on the same weekend as Ron Perlman's 69th birthday. And that was 5 years ago. So the dude's 75. So he'll be like De Niro in The Irishman kicking someone's ass. You know, like, I don't know if you've ever seen that scene where it's like 200-year-old De Niro digitally de-aged to being 25, punching someone up in the street.
Mm.
So maybe the animated version would be a great way to send it off properly, but
sure,
who knows?
Definitely. I mean, I'm kind of into the character now just because of all these movies, really. You know? Because otherwise, I don't think I would have really gotten into it.
I mean, on the good side of things, like, while I get that the Merlin Arthur shit was a little bit over the top, I kind of like, I don't know, mildly enjoyed Merlin being there, and like the scene where he like rises from the dead to make the sword, and then Hellboy's like, no, and he's like, I used all of my magic, and then just like disappears. It was, I don't know, I got a silly kick out of that.
Yeah, that was Brian Gleason. That was Brendan Gleason's other son.
Oh, is it really a Gleason? Okay.
Yeah. I looked at it.
I just watched his new one. No, not new, actually. New to
Dunno.
me. The Guard. Have you seen The Guard? Where Brendan Gleeson plays like a fucking Irish cop solving a murder with Don Cheadle. It's actually quite funny, man.
Is it? Is it supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
Ooh, it sounds good.
It's actually pretty funny. Yeah. It's kind of dumb. It's a Western that takes place in rural Ireland, starring Gleeson as a like real salty Irish cop. And it's really quite quippy. So if you take it as a funny Western instead of a serious cinema movie, it's quite funny, man. I would check it out. I think it's on Amazon or something.
Okay.
It's a nice, light, refreshing Mountain Dew. Is Mountain Dew ever refreshing, by the way? I don't think I've ever been refreshed by a Mountain Dew.
It's cloying.
It's like Slim Jim. I've snapped into a Mountain Dew. I've snapped into a Slim Jim Mountain Dew. I feel like Mountain Dew and Slim Jim are in their own food group.
For certain folks.
Slim Jim is its own. Slim Jim is its own food group.
Slim Jim is a Mountain Dew for me. I like that there's a liquid Slim Jim and then there's a Slim Jim. So anyways, Mia Jovovich, everybody. I like seeing her. Did you ever get into those Mia Jovovich fucking vampire whatever movies that she was in?
Dude, she did like 35 Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, those.
I mean, they're popular. I didn't get into them personally, not for any particular reason. Like, I don't know if they're good or bad. I assume that they're decent because of her, and like they've definitely got a following. I don't know. That's all I know.
I mean, they're okay. I'm not sure what they have to do with Resident Evil, really. I'm not sure what Resident Evil has to do with Resident Evil. It's kind of weird, story, fodder and lore. Like that just is kind of self-inventing. But they're all right. She's good. She's really good in action roles.
I love that.
But there's that Ultraviolet movie too with
I
Nick
love
Chidlin,
that. Yes, Nick Chidlin was great.
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know. It was like a little on the cheesy side, but entertaining and fun.
I thought it was really good, man. I loved it. I watched it numerous times too. That was like a hey, Beastmaster's on kind of situation.
I remember being pleasantly surprised by it. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, there was some very cool sci-fi concepts in it as well, man. Like just the whole thing of like the dimensional loadout and all that kind of thing, So with the weaponry, but yeah, it was good. I mean, I don't know. She's done other movies too, like that she was great in. I don't know. I'm just a fan. I like her. She didn't really she had like one line in Dazed and Confused, but like, you look at Fifth Element, like she's so good in that, man.
Love
like,
her so much.
Really good.
She's even really funny in Zoolander, man. Also a small role.
There you go, man. Yeah. And I mean, she like did well as a model and like she really transitioned well as an actress. Like she's really quite capable on screen. I think Fifth Element proves that, and so depending on what time of the day today you asked me, I think in the beginning I would have said, it was great to see her. She was great, all that. Now I would say probably just misused in this movie or not, maybe not used well enough. Or maybe she's the only thing that really is. No, she's definitely not the problem, right?
No, none of the actors were the problem. Like everybody.
That's fair, yeah.
Everybody was good, very good. And, everybody... did it as well as they could with what they were given. I think just
Sure, I agree.
what they were given was
Middling.
didn't hit.
And I think there was not enough of her character in the movie, right? For, such a, this is like a Omega tier villain, right?
Yeah, but her whole story was told in like exposition,
It
Right.
was
That's
too,
what I
yeah.
mean. That's what I mean. Like, it's not,
you get
it's
no
not enough for you to,
actual-
sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, it's fine. You're good.
We're saying the same thing, I think. I mean,
We're saying the same
you're right.
thing. Yeah.
You're there's not enough of her, and you're telling the story of this Omega level villain who's like super important in this like apocalyptic world ending story in exposition form instead of giving us some scenes. You know what I mean? Like we got that one flashback when we were at the Order of the Sacred Owl or whatever the hell it was in the beginning. But that was it. And again, to your point in the high level, Ben, not enough for me to care about, right? So
She's supposed to be seducing Hellboy too, and they're just there's just nothing there,
and it's not very sexy either.
Well, I mean, she's very sexy, but
It's-
she was kind of
She
a
is
little bit
very sexy.
too sexy though. Actually, like I remember seeing her walking around with her like spritzed cleavage and weird fucking burlap dress, and was like, okay,
You can't. I know you're right. She's too sexy. You can't show any hint of her sexiness, or it's just like you ruin whatever scene it is. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wish there was more. If it was even possible for there to be more of the like entwining of Hellboy and her character, because it's just like she's kind of like, I think we should like date, and he's like, ooh, and then he's like, no, and that's it for the next hour, and then later she sees him again,
that's right.
and, they have a little like tiff, and then all of a sudden he's got a fucking flame crown and a flame sword. Like, oh,
Sure.
stakes.
Well, she gives him the whole like Conan rules Shadazar speech with me,
exactly.
And it's like, and then he's just like, and it goes nowhere.
You do a whole Lobster Johnson scene that sets up all this shit for what you're like, all right, Lobster Johnson, sweet. When's he going to turn up? Never.
And then you do nothing.
He doesn't. He never turned until like a fucking post credit scene. He doesn't show up until
There's a
literal
post credit
sting.
scene. Oh fuck! I turned it
Yeah,
off.
oh yeah. Oh, you didn't know
Oh,
that? Yeah.
I missed
How
the
could you not stay for the stinger, cat?
because I didn't give a shit about the movie. I was like, I couldn't turn it off fast enough. I love it.
Yeah, there's a scene where Hellboy fanboys out over him.
Yeah, totally.
Where was I going? Oh, so they spent like the proper amount of time there to set that up for a fucking post credit scene, but they didn't spend. But they could have opened the movie with like a little backstory with Mila Jovovich's character. I can't remember the fucking name. That's how unimpressive
Nimoy.
they were. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy, right? They could have done something there instead of like just sort of like in the middle of the movie doing like a really exposition-y kind of, explained via voiceover with some scenes instead of just fucking doing a thing,
Yeah. It was a poor like flashback with too much exposition and not enough oomph.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'll take a death. I was watching that stinger.
Death you shall have.
I don't know if there's no shame in that.
Nah.
No shame at all.
I would go so far as to say Mila is like one of the good bits. Even though they didn't do her character justice, man, she's one of the good bits.
No doubt. But as we both, Ben and I, just pointed out, like they don't set up the importance of the character, the backstory of the character, any kind of emotional connection, any of that stuff. It's poorly done. So again, you don't give enough of a shit about her. And when she
Like
dies,
Kate Blanchett's version of the character in Thor is better set up. It's the same basic idea, right?
It is the same basic idea, but it's better because the writing was better. And that was in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Right? And arguably, you know, some of the weaker ones. I don't know. What was Kate Blanchett in which one? The third one? Love and I mean, no, not
She's in the white.
Sorry.
The first white TT
Dark
one.
Elf one.
Was she in the Dark Elf one? I actually honestly don't give a shit.
I don't know. I really don't know.
That was probably the Dark Elf one.
What did you guys think of teenage Hellboy? I kind of was both on board and not on board the petulance.
What do you mean of this David Harbour Hellboy?
Yeah. Like they intentionally wanted to go teenagey with it, which like cool, fine, whatever. I kind of liked it and kind of was like, all right, dude, throw another tantrum.
Yeah, he was definitely always sort of like rage quitting. not rage quitting, but like he was definitely having a meltdown like every 5 minutes.
He was rage quitting every scene.
Like it was definitely me at 16, minus the fucking super strength.
But again, to both of your points, like I wasn't really picking up on that. That was not explicit.
No.
And it was not explained well. Like I just was like, oh, this is just like another, you know, this is a different actor playing Hellboy, you know, and it wasn't even until later that when I was doing some reading on it, there was, you know, they kind of frame it like, oh, Perlman's Hellboy is like an older, wiser Hellboy, you know, and it's like, okay, sure. So this is like a younger Hellboy, but not like a teenage Hellboy. Like I didn't pick up any of that at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't pick up on that. That had not occurred to me, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of did, but didn't associate it with teenagey. I was just like, you're being a bitch, dude. Like, stop.
Right?
You know, I don't know. It was like,
it makes sense in retrospect.
Sure.
You should have listened to the Smiths at some point. You know,
definitely should have in an elevator.
Right.
When McShane and the other random lady from the secret fucking thing,
sure, the Lady Gym Bag.
Why does he look the same as he does now in the photos? Like, oh, we cast a spell that made him stay young forever. She's like, I've been alive for 150 years. Like, it was just kind of
right.
Very wishy-washy exposition and very wishy-washy reasons to exist, you know? Like, the whole point of that was just to, like, have the dad... You were supposed to kill me, Dad. Why did you do... You know, I learned it from you, Dad. You know? Like, that's the teenagey thing. You're just like, oh, okay. Dad really does love you. He'll tell you in the end as a intestine.
As a quick sidebar, Chad,
But
we always say around the house here, like even as like I just said it this afternoon with Ella, you're not my Todd, Dad.
Really? You're not my dad. You're not
yeah,
my dad.
we reversed it, right?
I love it.
For a while, we were like, "You're not my dad, Todd." Anyway,
I love that.
So, yeah, well, yeah, but you're right. There's not.
I also love that I learned it from you, Dad. Like the random drug commercial that aired like 5 times has become such a huge part of my life.
Learned it from you, Dad.
It's so funny though. I don't even know. It must have ended up in like a Family Guy or something.
Nobody ever gets it when I do that's, you know, it's like there's a group of like older kids trying to like make a younger kid like do drugs, and they're like, what are you, chicken? And the kid's like, no, you're a turkey, and like runs away.
But when you do that, can you please tell me that you say you're a turkey and then do the full run out of the room? Because I would love that.
Like Reagan era fucking
yeah.
We're on drugs, fucking bullshit, fucking commercials.
I want like arms locked at your side, Naruto run out of the room. I'm so here for this.
What are you, chicken? No, you're a turkey.
You're a turkey. Dude, the Reagan era drug ads were just the best.
Dude, calling somebody a turkey as a sort of slur, not like a well, maybe not slur is not the right word.
Schoolyard slur, maybe.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like
I do.
It was always so funny to me. That was like such a 70s, like early 80s.
I mean, it was before like swearing was more normalized on like television and shit, right? Like, you used to get fined like crazy for that stuff. So
yeah. I feel like there was always like great black characters that were always like, "You turkey," calling everybody a turkey. I love
yeah,
that.
totally, yeah.
Jive.
That was fantastic, right?
Jive ass turkey.
Jive turkey, totally jive turkey, right? Like What's Happening, Sanford and Son. Yeah, no, that was definitely.
No idea if that was really a thing or whether that was just some dumb shit that they said was a thing.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure if it was a real thing or
blaxploitation shit
thing, but yeah,
indeed.
Indubitably.
Jive turkey.
Ian McShane was remarkably young here. I thought he was way more gym baggy.
Right?
I guess it has been a few years since this has been
way more gym.
I mean, honestly, like, I know I'm being an asshole here, but like when he had his opening monologue, like he was narrating, I kind of like heard his dentures rattling around in his mouth, like when he was on the mic, and I was kind of like, yeah, gym bag, you know.
I just like I'm gonna make a character called Jim Baggy now.
Wait, sorry. Can we please give Funk Bagus an honorary name of Jim Bagus?
Jim I love it, dude. That is done and done.
I was trying to explain to Snaps about your like visceral reaction to Ian McShane and your description of a leather gym bag, and I was like, okay, but the guy's like 83. Like,
I know. No,
what the fuck do you want, man? Like,
no, I'm with you. My dad's visiting right now, and he looks like a white leather gym bag. He's just like a pasty. He looks like Charlie Murphy's white leather gym bag full of cocaine, man. It's like kind of got wet in the rain. Like, it's kind of like a sweaty white leather gym bag. So like, I get it, man. I'm destined for that same look, and I'm here for it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to get straps put on my back.
Just so you can be carried around.
We're going to get some strapping young buck to carry you around by
exactly.
Totally.
When the AI takes over medicine and we can get whatever body mods we want, what are you going to do? I'm going to get two straps on my back with gold buckles.
White leather straps sewed onto my skin.
White and gold, dude.
What else?
like, of course.
Leather gym bag.
Please write a fucking song about leather gym bags, dude.
I mean, like, it says they pulled this movie out of theaters after 5 weeks, so it's no wonder it didn't make any fucking money. Maybe really the source of this whole thing is that no studio is willing to make weird stuff, and they're such dicks about it. Because, like, I don't know, the story is kind of dumb, but the actors were good, and like,
right. But the first two movies came out just before the Marvel movies were about to hit, and we had already had a ton of X-Men and Spider-Man movies, right? So it's not like we're working in unfamiliar space, like. At the point that this movie came out, like a zillion Marvel movies had already been
everyone's
made,
over
right?
it.
So it's like, what's the deal? You know, not
true.
even. I think. When did Endgame come out?
Fuck, I don't even know.
Ragnarok was 2017. Ragnarok was like the beginning of the
2019
sort of wrapping up of
after this?
Yeah, Endgame came out like
same
the same year as this. So it's like, what are we talking about? Like, why would this be?
Hey guys, that's a great idea.
What?
Let's reboot Batman again.
Let's reboot Batman. 11th of April.
Let's reboot Batman again. That'd be a terrific idea, right?
Good idea.
Yeah, great idea. I mean, I don't know. Like, on the one hand, I'm all about like cool, different interpretations of characters, and it's like I love to see what people can come up with, and it's like just do a cool story.
This movie, to your point, Kev, came out 2 weeks before Endgame. That's why it got pulled out of theaters.
Well, there you go. Like, what were you thinking? Why would you release it? Like the title surge, right? That came before Endgame came out. Like, you knew they were getting towards it. So you knew it was going to be huge, and you knew it was going to absolutely slam, dude. At the very least, you knew people would be going to see it and talking about it and giving all their money up for it. Why would you release this movie anywhere near it? It's so stupid.
Made $3 billion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it's like there's not a lot to say about it other than the first movie's coming out when there was some X-Men's and Spider-Man's and a little bit of Batmanosity. Like, it fits. Like, people have appetite, and then I just don't think there's any appetite 2 weeks before Endgame. Maybe that's not fair, but there ain't no appetite now. That's for damn sure. And I watched it now, so maybe that's really why I was so like.
You want to hear something even weirder, dude? I just got Funk Bagus just messaged me on WhatsApp.
Dude.
Like, randomly.
Jim Bagus. I love that.
It's great.
All right, any bits and bobs? Giant fight?
Yeah.
I didn't care about, but if the movie was all just giant
it was
fights,
awesome,
probably would have done better.
I thought it was fantastic.
Outside of the music that was playing.
Outside of the Red Bull music. The double cross by the weird fucking Deerhead Owl Barn Authority Association of America.
That was just dumb. Like, what? Why? Sorry. That whole thing was like, oh, okay, so this is just you set all this shit up to just throw it away. Like, I don't know. It seemed dumb to me.
Yeah. For sure.
Being betrayed by the Owl Society or whatever the fuck they were. I mean,
Order of the Crystal Owl.
Hellboy, we should have seen it coming because Hellboy is all about, like, you know, destroying, like, you know,
everything.
These kind of like evil inbred secret organizations that have been around for thousands of years.
Of which there seem to be numerous.
Still.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of got to shout out the 3D goggle Nazi version of the Nazis. I kind of liked their like weird Technicolor Dreamcoat outfits and shit, and like Rasputin, the fucking sorcerer and shit.
What Nazis are you talking about?
It would not be a Hellboy movie without destroying Nazis.
I mean, you gotta, I mean, I'm all here for punching Nazis, but I just love that, like, the one Nazi guy had like a weird, like, superhero version of the Nazi with like an embossed swastika, and the other guy had blue and red swastika goggles.
Sure.
I don't know.
With swastikas in the lenses.
Yeah. Like,
in the center of each side of the lens. Yeah.
Very, very odd choices, and I don't know. It was kind of silly funny. And then a bunch of Nazis got punched, and that was great.
Can we talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about it. What's up?
That was good. Yeah. Can we talk about Daniel Day Kim a little bit?
Yeah. I'd love to. I love Daniel Day Kim.
He kind of goes on this, like, you know, backstory monologue about how he used to be an actuary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So, like, in like through the, so the whole thing, like, he keeps like doing these shots, and like we don't know why he's doing the shots. And I was like, well, it's because if he doesn't do the shots, he turns into pure math. It's just like a cloud of floating numbers and symbols, and like,
I love it. I really like that a lot.
Fuck yeah.
So then when he turned into a cheetah, I was like, oh man, he should have had numbers and symbols and shit instead of the spots, and he could be math cheetah.
Totally, dude.
That'd have been great.
Like all the spots are like 4s and 5s and 3s. Yeah. I'm
like,
totally
you know,
here. I'm totally here for that.
Plus and minus signs and
Totally. What was like the spot dude from what was the one we watched?
No.
Suicide Squad with like the bubble dude or whatever, the really weird
the
dot guy. Yeah, that guy.
It was what's his David Desmalchian was that guy.
Desmalchian, yeah. I love really dumb superhero characters like
sure.
that. It's great.
I do too, and I like it when they actually are effective. That makes them even cooler.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you're so crappy, you know. It's
They
kind of
didn't
like
really
Archer. He's like
give him
such
much
a
love in this,
drunken
though.
idiot, but
Yeah,
he's so
but he gets it
capable.
done.
Absolutely.
I just think that Cheetah Dude really wasn't utilized overly great here. What's the guy? I mean, you sounds like you know him very well from other stuff. What is he in? I don't know.
I know him. His biggest thing was Lost, but then that's where I got introduced to him, and then like he was on Hawaii Five-0, which I think might still be on, but like he's great, and he's a Korean actor, and like man, he did a better British accent than most American actors. I was super impressed just with that. And I'm just a fan of him. He's just got a great look, and he's really just clean cut. And the dude is like old, and he looks phenomenal. So I don't know. I just like him a lot. And again, yeah, like Mila Jovovich and everybody else, like he was just sort of underutilized here because he's a really good actor, man. And I loved him in Lost. Daniel Day Kim Love Fest over.
I mean, they were clearly setting it up for a franchise because the last couple of scenes was like the team is now formed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Let's go down to the thing and tease Abe Sapiens.
Yeah,
I know, right? Totally. I did like. We're bits and bobs, right? I mean,
fully.
I liked. I definitely dug the whole Baba Yaga thing. I loved that.
Cool.
I love. I've seen that whole like
creepy.
walking house thing before, not in Howl's Moving Castle, but like in other sort of like little indie games and whatnot, you know. So I've seen that theme / version of that Baba Yaga. It was just cool. I thought she was really cool. That whole scene was great. Loved it.
I groaned.
Really? Because of just dumbness or like
Why?
curiosity or what? I don't know.
I groaned. I just so I don't know when the Baba Yaga. I mean, obviously the Baba Yaga thing is like an old school, you know, folklore thing.
Sure.
But it's made its way into pop culture in like it seems like the last maybe 10 or 15 years. And I've seen that same fucking House with the Chicken Feet in video games, in movies, in fucking animation. And I just find it dumb.
You're done. Got it. Okay.
I was like, oh, Baba Yaga is like, it's almost like seeing like Pedro Pascal cast in a fucking movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is Baba Yaga, you know?
So if Pedro Pascal is daddy,
I love when
then
I'm
Baba
like,
Yaga's
yeah.
mom.
I
love when I'm like,
I'm usually
just
happy to
getting
see
into
Pedro
something
Pascal,
and-
to be fair,
Yeah, right.
but you know, it's just he's a bit overused these days.
yeah, at this point he's way overused. But I love when I
I
get
still
into
love
like something, and then Ben's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that 8 million times."
Yeah,
ad
yeah.
nauseum.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's like the
Great.
older brother thing. You're like, yeah, cool, bro. The Beatles
Totally.
are great.
yeah, exactly. Dude, that's been around forever, man. Where have you been?
But that's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
great.
it has been around forever, but it's made its way into pop culture.
Yeah.
more
Like fucking
recently.
TikToks
And
about it and shit.
It's like, oh god, here we go.
I did get
I
a
haven't
little
seen it as
chuckle out
much,
of that.
so I'm
like,
like, oh, that's so cool.
when she's like, sit down, let's have a meal. And it's like this big banquet. And it's like, what is that? Children? You know,
Children's
he's just
soup.
Like, fuck, man. What was
I mean,
the
in-
soup
in
that we did?
Conan-
People soup.
Yeah,
People
Conan
soup,
the
people
Barbarian, we had
soup,
people
people
soup. In this one, we've got children's soup.
There you go.
Good stuff. What else? Bits and bobs.
Uh,
We've established that we hate the movie. Now I hate it too.
now Kev's fully.
Before we wrap up the show at large, I have a nugget related to shenanigans from last week that I need
let's do
to
it.
put forth.
Oh, let's get that going.
Anything other than this is interesting.
I don't know. Are we ready for that now? Are we done with? Are we
I'm
done
ready.
with this?
I'm definitely ready for it. Go.
Okay, so the entire the Cape Cod Jingle Fest,
boy.
3 weeks in a row. Yes.
3 weeks in a row.
Uh-huh.
It came to my attention today that the Captain Parker's theme, not Captain Parker's, that Sam Diego's.
Okay.
The singer on the Sam Diego's theme was the fucking lead singer to Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
What?
Get out of here, dude. What?
Are you serious?
I am totally serious.
How the fuck did Sam Diego's get that dude to sing their jingle, bro?
I don't know, but yeah, it was.
How did you come across that?
Just upon looking for, I've been trying to find recordings of all these things.
Oh yeah, me too.
And like there's lots of discussions, but no actual like bits of the songs. So like it was just in digging around for that, like I found a Facebook post from the owner of Sam Diego's being like, a lot of people know this song from like being on the radio all the years, but not a lot of people know that it was sung by the singer from Survivor.
Dude, that is so fucking great. And I kind of like, that earlier with the whole lobster thing, I dropped the Lobster Claw restaurant. Like, so, we've got some serious Cape and Islands.
Do you want to hear something even crazier that I definitely will be cutting because it cuts too close to home?
Sure. Just like 30 seconds of beep here. Oh, that's random.
No kidding. And Jimmy Jameson was the dude that sang Eye of the Tiger. And the Sam Diego's theme.
What?
Well, there's no time for siesta.
I think that obviously we won't do this, but like getting him on the show to be like, can we do an episode on the Sam Diego's theme with you, please?
Exactly, dude. Like here, I'm on Wikipedia right now, and
he's no longer with us.
Oh,
I want to. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
Do you know what that means, Benny?
What's that?
You need to prolapse that motherfucker out of your mouth.
No, I will not do that. No.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to see, dude. I want to see like, when you're scrolling through Wikipedia and it's like in your and it's like it'll say like career, like 1970s and early albums, right? And then it's I want to scroll down and I want it to say like the 90s and the Sam Diego theme song.
Dude, if we could probably start a Wikipedia battle to get that put on there.
Oh my God. It's just great. I love it. Jameson's Return.
I'm so into it. That's amazing, Benny. Thank you for that nugget.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
That is fucking gold. Okay. Nuggets.
Just gonna send this along for the show notes.
Do it.
That's the Facebook post.
Nuggets, non-deaths, 1.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
Ratings, recommendations. I would recommend you skip this one.
Right. I don't know, man. Ben, go ahead.
If you're like a Hellboy completionist and or a David Harbour fan, or might be worth a watch to you. You might not have the same reaction I did. I've made my complaints about the film well known, and it shouldn't stop you from checking it out.
That's how I feel too. I'm gonna add to that. Like, despite the fact that, like, I went into this like, I was really like, the movie sold me in the beginning with like the wrestling scene and the lobster scene and like some other stuff. So I got hyped, and that sort of blinded me to the fact that the story is too much for like a comeback, reboot, whatever you want to call it. Like, they should have just done like a simple Monster of the Week story, like, for this movie. Despite all of that stuff, still watch it anyway. Like, there's really good elements to it, and there's some really great actors in it as well. I just think a lot of them are underused, and again, story's like too big and too bold for this. That's it, but still see it. I'm gonna watch it again.
Just for the music.
I want to see it again.
Please, I want to hear what you have to say.
That's
I
definitely
can't believe
why
you
I
didn't
wanna
hear
watch
the music. It is the worst music in a movie out of any movie ever.
Noted.
Love it.
Oh, we skipped the deaths. Damn it.
I just said I had one, so I think it was just me ejecting to watch the
All right.
stinger.
It was. We'll accept that. Okay, so next week, Chad, you're away. Ben, how do you feel about doing Search for Spock?
Let's do it.
It's either that or the new lame X-Men movie. The other
Someday.
movie we're never going to do, right? Someday, man, we'll nail it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do Search for Spock. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Search for Spock is great. Okay.
I feel I was going to say prosperous or something, but that just doesn't work. Yes.
I like
Let's
that.
do it.
I think it's
Let's
good.
do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. It would have been great if you could have busted out some sort of Klingon phrase right there. Right?
I feel honorable.
I am suddenly craving the blood of a live Kolar beast. All right, there you have it. We're going to do Star Trek 3 Search for Spock
So
next
delicious.
week. One of the last times Benny and I did a twofer, we did Star Trek 5. We had an absolute blast with it, so we're going to have a blast with this one too. So stay tuned for that. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Go see Hellboy, even though it sucks.
Go don't see Hellboy.
Or don't.
Don't waste your time.
Oh, shit. Anyway. All right, say bye.
Bye.
Adios.
See ya, see ya. Hope you had a good time. Ba-da-dum. Hope you had a good morning. Ba-da. Hope we get to see you again. I could go on, but I won't.
Okay.
That was such a great show, man. That's what acid makes. Shows like that for kids.
Sure.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Folks, if you'd like to check out the show notes, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episodes/334.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to support the show, you can. You can support us on Patreon. You can tell people to check out the show, and you can also rate us and review us. Those are great ways to help us out. And there's other ways, too, that we have not yet explored. So, do that or just send us some money. If you'd like to join us on social media, Instagram is where we lurk, when we lurk, at EBD Podcast. Thanks for joining us for the Harbour Hellboy. We'll see you next week. Benny and I will see you next week for Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. So long for now, folks.
Beady. Stop into it.